Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Based on what he said, is that not so? But the governor did not only use the DSS to arrest him, he was detained for 3 days before he was released, and to be arrested again by the police and taken to court. If that is not persecution, it's libel and a criminal offense that deserves intimidation like this. All the governor owes the world is to go to court and file a case of libel against this man to come and defend himself. 1, 2. You said there are other 19 local governments that, look, there has never been a time that a revolutionary movement has the imprimatur of the majority. The Cuban Revolution, the Russian Revolution, even the June 12 struggle started with quite few of us. And before everybody now woke up and said, wow, so we can fight this battle. So that Wale is starting it, or Wale is the only one saying it, does not mean there are no hundreds of millions dying in silence. So you cannot, on the basis of that, judge whether Wale is culpable of what is being accused of. And very simple and straight. With today's technology in banking, all they need to do is to just publish. If you do a transfer to anybody's account today, even 2 years ago, what do? You go to your bank, show the world on so date, so much was sent to Wale, so date, so much was sent to his local government. So why this intimidation? Why this harassment? Why not just keep him quiet by coming out with provable facts that truly this money actually got to the account of his local government? Are you telling me that the local government, under the Money Laundering Act, the local government allocation cannot be given in cash? Is that not so? So there must be a trail. So the onus is on whoever is accused in this case. You said you've given him money. Abi, show us the proof so that we can shout only on him. Though any other action is intimidation and persecution. You understand? Then secondly, you see, on the issue of even the demolition, anywhere in the world, if you want to do, there should be processes. Somebody approved from foundation to decking to whatever. Is that also? Or else, did you go around the building? Did you see where they put their red mark to stop work? These are evidences that there are processes that were violated by these people. Okay? And what are we telling the assembly? The assembly has the oversight right to dig deep into this thing. Do a public hearing. Do your investigation. This case is, as I'm talking to you, according to record, have been taken to the EFCC and ICPC. Why not wait for their investigation? Why the intimidation? So that is the point.
You are certainly aware of recent developments in Ogun State with respect to the growing culture of political persecution and flagrant abuse of power by His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun. We are gravely concerned that the situation in Ogun State, if allowed to degenerate, is capable of undermining democracy and public peace. In view of this, we were compelled to present a petition to the Ogun State House of Assembly on Tuesday, September 25, 2023, through the Speaker, Right Honorable Olakunle Oluomo. We drew the attention of the House to the ongoing political persecution against the former governor and the serving Senator Otumba Gbenga Daniel, as well as the immediate past chairman of Ogun Ijebu East Local Government Area, Mr. Wale Adedayo, who is presently not detained, but in prison custody after a purported impeachment. Yesterday night marks the second night of Wale Adedayo in Ibara, Abeokuta Correctional Center. We consider it pertinent to address the press on the issue raised in our petition and to further call on Ogun State House of Assembly to act with urgency to safeguard democracy by calling Governor Abiodun to order. We wish to again reiterate that political persecution of individuals, irrespective of disagreements or misgiving, has no place in democracy and should not be condoned under whatever disguise. The prevailing situation portrays danger for democracy and casts Gateway State in bad light. We therefore urge the Ogun State House of Assembly, in exercise of its powers under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on the 9th of September 9, 2023, that Camp Plaza belonging to Yeye Olufunke, the wife of Otumba Benga Daniel, was arbitrarily targeted for demolition by agents of the Ogun State government, who without doubt acted on instruction of Prince Dapo Abiodun. The 5-story plaza situated in Ijebu-Ode, nearing completion for scheduled commissioning in this month of September, was invaded at 3 a.m. The property was vastly destroyed on the pretense of enforcing a notice of demolition, which at the time of the condemnable act was already being addressed by the relevant agency in charge. Prior to the invasion of the premises, in dead of the night, the contractors and supervisors on site not only complied with building regulations and specifications, there was therefore no justified reason for this malicious destruction. Based on the documents available to us, the invasion of the premises of that Camp Plaza by agents acting on the instruction of Governor Dapo Abiodun was most unfortunate, considering the personnel of relevant agencies granted the approval and monitored the construction activities. The invasion and destruction of the property therefore marks of abuse of power and deliberate act of witch hunting. There was no justification for such arbitrary display of power, considering the relevant agencies in charge of building construction in Ogun State were properly briefed on progress of works, with all regulations strictly complied with by contractors and supervisors on site. At the time of the invasion, the destruction of the 5-story building, the following facilities were already in place in anticipation of commissioning: a ground floor for banking hall, fully fitted with bank trap doors and shop strong rooms, installed coal elevator, no fewer than 80 brand new split air conditioners already completed, installed, a 150 kVA generator set, power transformer, firefighting system. We were all worried by the continued harassment of now detained Mr. Wale Adedayo, whose impeachment as chairman of the local government was ostracized by Prince Dapo Abiodun. We are particularly worried that the Ogun State House of Assembly appears to have abdicated its roles in the administration of local government in line with relevant provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are disturbed that Ogun State House of Assembly appears to have relinquished its oversight functions by failing to investigate the allegation made by Mr. Wale Adedayo with respect to diversion of public funds. Our position is that the Ogun State House of Assembly sought to investigate the serious allegation of diversion of local government funds made by Mr. Wale Adedayo so as to ascertain the veracity of these claims as expected under a democratic setting. To this extent, we consider the harassment and persecution of Mr. Wale Adedayo by Governor Dapo Abiodun as flagrant abuse of power that ought not to be tolerated. It is evident that Governor Dapo Abiodun is deploying intimidation to divert public attention from the allegation of Mr. Wale Adedayo. We therefore condemned continued harassment of Mr. Wale Adedayo, whose allegation of financial misappropriation priority against Governor Dapo Abiodun is neither yet to be investigated nor adjudged to be fallacious. It wrecks of abuse of power to ignore issues relating to financial impropriety by deploying intimidation and persecution by state security agencies. We therefore equivalently condemn any form of political motivated persecution, vindictiveness, and executive lawlessness, as presently the case of Ogun State. The prevailing development in Ogun State undermines democracy and corrodes the political space and may degenerate with undesirable consequences. We therefore call on the Ogun State House of Assembly to urgently intervene to arrest the drift in the interest of democracy and peace in Gateway State. We therefore make the following demands on the Ogun State House as a matter of urgency.
Wale and these people do not have the police, they do not have the DSS. Okay? It is people with executive power that has the police and the DSS. Did Wale go to arrest the governor? Did these people that demolish the house, did they call police for the governor? We are saying the abuse of power is using your own connection to intimidate these people. Why not take them to court, okay, and sue them for libel? Onabanjo, God bless his soul, sued Concord newspaper back then when they accused him. No, Governor Onabanjo, he took Concord newspaper to court because he was accused of spending Ogun State money for his family holidays in London. The man went to court. He did not shut down Concord Press. He didn't arrest any of their media. He won the case, and $1 million damages was awarded on his behalf. Please dig deep. So what stops that process? You understand? In this modern time, very simple. Take him to court with your facts. Let him pay dearly for it, instead of harassing and intimidating him.
Perhaps let me also add that it is not correct to say that it's only Wale as the chairman of the local government shouting. Others did. Then there was a lobby that dragged others to the governor's presence, and they were prostrating. And we saw the video. In the case of the demolished property, they have a lawyer, a senior advocate, who went to court to stop the agency from further action. My brother, if we are liberal to ourselves, is government business done at 3 a.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday? What are we saying? They got an injunction against the state government. In fact, at a stage, they penalized the property owner and they paid a sum close to $500,000 naira, and they gave them receipts. So, and we are saying that you don't appreciate what we are saying. We know it. If you are in Ishagamu now, your movement is not guaranteed. The police expertly said it, that all youth in Ishagamu are cultists. There are higher institutions in there, so all the students on campus, they are cultists. We should not bring down Ogun State under any disguise of I am the governor. Like my colleague said, we have it in history that when Oshoba was governor and he had issue like this, he also went to court, sued for libel, and he won. I think that precedent, the way God has blessed Ogun State, that the best of the best come from Ogun State. Wale Soyinka is from there. MK Abiola is from there. Bekora Zonkuti is there. Fela is from there. Mama Fela, the woman who first drove a car, is from there. Baba Fela, who gave Ogun State the item they synced it today, is from there. Those are the standard. Let's maintain the standard. And we are saying it's painful. Wale Adedayo, I know him from his undergraduate days. He has always been a patriot. He wrote a letter and sent it to one of the leaders of the party in the person of Segun Oshoba that this is what is happening to us. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a very social media person. I cannot remember the number of times I've seen Wale posting on his page how he's rehabilitating roads in Ijebu, doing boreholes. Many local governments in Nigeria don't do it. So you ask, I don't understand where we're going. Out of the councillors, they have 11. It was only 5 that sat and impeached Wale Adedayo in their wisdom. But we are not talking about impeachment. That's not our own. What we are saying is this: respect people's human rights. Whether you are
it's okay. Well,
after all this, we are expecting the House of Assembly of Ogun State to invite us in the respect of the petition submitted to that house yesterday. That will give us opportunity to debate the issue there. We have to be preempting them as well. You know, the governor there is a bully. He may be stopping so many things, and we are equally prepared for that. I am authoritatively telling you that the civil society shall, without hesitation, demand for the resignation of that man if care is not taken. Furthermore, we will demand for its impeachment from that House of Assembly if care is not taken, and we shall go to the street. You are welcome.